to the next girl. Hey, we haven't met yet, but I bet you know me. I bet he told you all about me. I'm the girl that broke his heart. The one that lied to him, cheated on him, and treated him bad all the time. The girl he did everything for and still crushed his soul and threw it away like trash. They say love is blind. But when you love the complex heart of a narcissist, it can be deaf and dumb too. These types of victims truly believe that they are in love, but the narcissist by their very nature is always severe, always demeaning, always self-serving. I was one of these victims. He told you he loves you after about a month of knowing you because he's given up on love. But now that he met you, he can feel the real thing for the first time in his life. And for the first time in his life, it feels right. You're gonna get married and have kids because you're the one. You're everything. You're unreal. After so many heartbreaks, you're the first woman to treat him right. And everything is perfect. He'd do anything for you. Just love me like I love you. Trust me. I know what's best for you. I'm the victim here. And to the next girl. Hey, we haven't met yet. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, Volume 4, narcissistic personality disorder has a lifetime prevalency rate of 0.5 to 1% of the general population. While this number may seem small, what we don't often see is the way the lives of those with NPD and those around them are affected. While we throw the word narcissistic around, we have no idea just how dangerous it can be. Through poetry, Narcissist Poison by Dave McAlden, and prose, To the Next Girl by Angry Slavette, Words You Need to Know by Dana Morningstar, and I Survived a Relationship with a Narcissist by Tatiana Pakania. A program. No. A warning. Arguing that narcissism is much more dangerous than we give it credit for. The first 6 months of the relationship was like a fairy tale, and I was the princess, the center of the story, and he was my prince. Every day he would tell me how beautiful and amazing I was. He literally worshipped the ground I walked on, professing how much he wanted to marry me, and even once performed a romantic, private proposal. Now, I didn't know it then, but these were all examples of love bombing, phase 1 of the cycle of narcissistic abuse. This phase often involves constant compliments and communication, and is designed to lure the victim into or back into a relationship. I flew into his woven web like a love-blind fly looking for a beautiful escape. You're so amazing. And you know what? He only needs you. You know what that means? You only need him. Your friends are no good for you. They just use you. And your family doesn't understand you. They think that they know what you want, but they don't. Oh, and don't have male friends. Well, you can. But you see, the thing is that he loves you so much. And he's worried that you'll cheat on him like I did. Like all the other girls did. But you're okay with cutting ties because you just need to show him that you're loyal, and eventually he'll understand you are perfect. You're my everything, you're my rock, you make me feel safe. We're so lucky to have found each other. I understand how you're different. We are different. Don't be friends with them. They They don't get it. He said that my parents and family didn't love me, and that he was the only person in the world who did, despite him treating me like he hated me at times. You are nothing after everything I've done for you. Wait till everyone finds out what you did, finding out about his biggest lie. Him cheating on his ex-girlfriend with me was like pulling off the first bead of a necklace. All the other hidden lies soon cascaded. Previously, I had intuitive feelings about the other girl, which he shrugged off as my insecurities and paranoia, a term called gaslighting, a form of mental abuse in which information is twisted or spun, selectively omitted, or false information is presented, with the intention of making victims doubt their own memory, perception, and sanity. But I realized I was right all along. And even when you get a screenshot from some other girl with his pictures in them and flirty texts, it was probably the hackers, or her coming on to him. Don't mind that. And if you do, it was a lone case. He didn't know what he was doing. Oh, and he's a casual drinker. It just so happens that casual is every day. But he's fine. He can control himself. Except when he doesn't. When he hasn't had enough to eat or didn't get enough sleep. Or when he's had a stressful day, which is almost every day. He would scream and shout at me on the phone. But in person, his way of solving arguments was through physical intimacy. And I began to feel like he only cared for my body. In fact, when you're sleepy and you don't want to have sex, he won't know what he's doing either. You're just so irresistible. You should take it as a compliment. But he's fine. He loves you so much. And when he belittles you and insults you, he had no idea it was going to hurt you. You are a bad person. He just loves you and tries to teach you how to do things right. Suck it better. And when you drag him out of bars at 3 a.m. after 2 bottles of Captain Morgan and 8 lines of Coke that you don't know about, you feel so important for taking care of him. You need me. Don't you see how much he loves you? He'll even stop drinking for a month just so you won't be so scared of it happening again too soon. He just loves you so, so much. Bastard, he wouldn't do anything to hurt you, weakling. And even if he does, he doesn't mean it. He had no idea it was going to hurt you, whore. He just loves you. Everything about you, you pig, you son of a bitch! And every time he hurts you, he just loves you even more for letting him hurt you. You're amazing to him. He needs you. He can't live without you. He loves you so much. Shell of a person. A person who feels so emotionally drained that they have nothing left to give and are left empty. These are the things you will hear. It's an intricate texture to cloak truer patterns. Flattery, guilt, hostility, sympathy, confusion. It's systematic. They don't really know what they're doing because the poison of fear has no sense of mind. Only a taste for the bruises. So don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say, get out of my house. Narcissism will not seek your permission, but only expect your approval between the abuses. So when the tears come, you owe nothing. You owe